Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn From Us podcast. My name is Seth. This is Paul. Paul, you're looking so handsome, so thin. Now you're on your weight loss program. I can't wait to hit the beaches of Mexico with you here in a couple weeks.
I'm doing the binging and purging.
Oh, how's that going for you?
I have something I want to talk to you about.
Uh-oh.
No, it's actually a big life thing that happened to me this last few weeks.
Shut your mouth.
Shut my mouth.
We need a breaking news. Dum, 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 dum.
Actually, that's a good idea. We should have that one.
Go ahead.
So I'm kind of changing my views on goals.
Wow. Well, let me write this down.
And I haven't even mentioned this to Andrew or Mikey or Chris yet.
I'm first to know?
You are first to know.
Wow.
And Don. So this weekend, I brought Lisa and her daughter Deanna to my house. And I said, I have too many clothes. It's a waste of space. I'm just hanging on to these things. I don't wear them. So I have this rule. I don't buy clothes unless they're on sale. The problem with that rule is if I see a good sale, I feel like I have to buy something.
Now, someone with some wealth like yourself, your closet is not obscene. I mean, you have 20 pairs of shoes. I probably have 12 pairs of shoes. But your closet's not obscene like some of these folks I see.
Yes, but I wanted to pare down. So we went through, and Sunday we spent 2 hours, and Deanna's going to sell all these extra clothes for me. Mm-hmm. I went from using both sides of my closet to now I use like half of one side.
You're turning into Steve Jobs.
No. It now makes life so much easier in the morning. I know my options are limited now. And by the way, I still have plenty of clothes. I still have like 25 sweaters. I still have, 25 dress shirts. I still have 10 pairs of pants. But now it's like there's a structure to them. I'm not picking between 5 different pairs of khakis. Now it's, Paul, you've got one pair of khakis. So this morning, it wasn't hard for me. I'm like, oh, I want khakis. I just pulled the one pair of khakis out. Not, well, do I wear this one? Do I wear this one?
Wow.
And this is becoming a simplification of life, right?
Where'd you pick this up at?
I just decided to do it. I literally texted Lisa one day. I'm like, I have too many clothes and I'm hoarding almost. And she's like, yeah, you probably are. I'm like, let's go get rid of these. And it's become so much easier now. Shoes. I just pick between 2 pairs of shoes now. I don't have 2 pairs of shoes. What are you writing down?
Did you watch that Netflix show with a Japanese chick, Marie Kondo? You haven't?
No.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to say Japanese or chick anymore, but she's a gorgeous Japanese strong woman.
Yeah.
And the whole world is falling in love with her. Her name is, I think it's Marie Kondo. I'm sure her first name's not Marie.
Don, can you find out what the name is for us?
Look that up on Netflix. But it's a show called it's exactly what you're saying.
Oh, really?
She goes to people's homes who are like overcome with all of their shit. The weird part is they first sit down and thank the clothes. Don, do you know this shit?
What do you mean they thank the clothes?
So, like, the first stage...
Is it only clothes or is it also, like, house stuff?
It's the whole house.
Okay.
People come in, our house is just overrun with crap.
Okay.
So, most of the first stage is, like, people's clothes. So, she makes all the people take all the clothes, all of them, put them on the bed. Huge pile.
Yeah.
Now, here's the initial shock of I have all of this shit.
Uh-huh.
What's it called, Don? Tidying up with Marie Kondo. She's very gorgeous woman. You have
now,
to see
is she Japanese in the sense of like she has the accent and everything, or is she Japanese American?
I'm sorry. She is full Japanese. They have a translator with her.
No.
But now that I think about it, she might not know any English at all.
What do you mean you might think about? Like, how do you not recognize it?
Because here's the shtick, which I think is shtick. And maybe it's just careful editing.
Okay.
Like, that's it. I'm so stupid. I make movies myself. They make it
Is it like
seem,
Japanese anime?
No. I'm sorry.
Like, oh.
They make it seem that she can understand the English, which very well might be the case. But like, she speaks in Japanese, and then you say something hilarious, and she laughs back, and I'm thinking to myself, they obviously just edit out the translation.
Okay.
So, but no, I think she's full. I can't remember. I haven't watched it, but
this is a great story.
But anyway, what's it matter if she can speak or not? Anyway, so the initial shock, then they start paring down, and sure enough. These families, they gear all their stuff down. They donate a bunch. They do talk to the items.
What do you mean they talk to the items? Explain this to me. What do you mean they talk to the items?
She just makes it some not like a religious experience, but just like she just says like,
"Thank you, pants, for
providing me."
Come on.
It's like I guess she thinks that people can come with peace at throwing things out if they're like, listen, whatever this is, from a toy to a video game, whatever. This piece has brought me joy. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. Thank you for what you've brought to me in life. That's a little strange part because it's like a little seance they have for the clothes.
Every individual item or all of them together?
Again, you got to watch the show.
Did you watch the show ever?
The point of the podcast is not talking about. It's not a live review of this show.
Well, you're bringing up the show like you've watched it, and then pretty much every indication is you've never watched it.
You're asking very specific. What's it matter if it's an individual item or multiple items?
One can take a long, long time.
It's a 30-minute show, Paul.
30 minutes, but if you have 100 pieces of clothing, why being taken off?
I'm sorry, I brought it up.
Okay.
So
we were in Dominican last week, right? Looking for houses. What are you laughing about?
One of our friends, mutual friends, Rob Navoa,
Oh, yeah.
went to Mexico with me when we were in high school around 1995 or 6. My dad, he's a simple man.
Yeah. Well, I never met your father.
Worked on cars and drove a dump truck most of his life. And he was very proud of this. He was very proud of this. And he was very proud of my buddy Rob. This is a Harvard grad, Harvard med school. I mean, like, dude was serious.
Yeah.
Still is. And he was very proud that he was a friend of mine. And, people would say, like, are you concerned about going to Mexico? And the language is no. Seth's friend, Rob, he speaks Dominican Republican. He speaks Dominican Republican.
He's from Cuba.
I know.
That's the best.
He's from Cuba. So, anywho, what were we talking about? I have no damn clue.
So,
Dominican, DR.
Rewind 20 years ago.
Okay.
I was fairly confident in high school and college that someday I'd be a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire, folks, but I'm very confident
You're
I
still
will
confident
be.
that'll happen, right?
Yes. And I would have thought as my wealth increased, my house size would increase. And it would be stupid not to. So if I'm worth X, I'll have this size house. If I'm worth twice X, I'll have twice the size house. If I'm worth 10 times X. So I thought to myself, okay, someday I'll have a 30 or 40,000 square foot house. And this is literally what I thought to myself was needed.
30,000.
Oh yeah, I thought to myself, well, yeah, I have to. Because if I'm a billionaire, why would I stay in a, X house?
Some dump like the one you're in.
Yeah. So my house right now is very beautiful and good sized. It's by all means.
You don't want to talk about the size?
Well, no, it's not necessary. But by all means, it's not like the whole point is you wouldn't look at it and think a billionaire lives there. So we're in Dominican, and there was a house in the neighborhood that was 30,000 square feet, and I didn't even think about it this way. We were in the house, and I remember thinking to myself, like, this is so much work. Like, why would you want this? And I was like, oh my. And later on, I was like, oh my God, my shift in mentality has done a completely 180. Like the idea of having that house was not appealing at all. Forget about just going like, oh, it'd be fine. It just wasn't appealing. I could afford that. I mean, that house, the price, we could afford that easily. And I'm like, I don't even want this house. And I was very happy about that. So fast forward to the clothing. It's almost like, now I'm not becoming this like, monk where I'm going into the mountains and saying I'm expelling all items. I'm just sitting there saying like, oh, my views have changed a lot. You know me, I'm a big goals guy, right?
Yeah.
But my views for myself on goals have changed dramatically.
That's how you started this conversation, so elaborate.
Before, I would have said everybody has to have goals.
Yeah.
We're now at the point in our business where we're so active. I feel like us having goals, and if the market isn't enabling us to have hit those goals, it affects us internally like, oh my God, we're failing.
Yeah, me.
Right? Well, how does it affect? Oh yeah, because it's real estate. You want real estate. Apart from that.
Yeah.
And I look at it going, I know me. I'm aggressive. We're going to go after things that we can. The second opportunity rises, I jump on it. I texted somebody on Saturday, said, I'd like to buy your business. She responds, says, let's have a conversation. I'm expecting her to comment in a month. Sunday,
This is this $3 million business?
Yes. Sunday, she says, Paul, does tomorrow work? I said, how's 11 o'clock work? She goes, sounds great. Talk to you then.
You talked to her yesterday?
Yep. She's already sending me financials and everything. So I'm looking at going.
Tell me about it?
I'll tell about it later.
Yeah, tell me soon.
I'll tell you privately soon, but I'll tell you the post show about it later.
Sure. Go.
And I'm looking at that saying, why do I have these goals to get depressed about if I don't hit them? What's the point? I enjoy what I do. It's the same as clothes. Why do
Are
I
you
have...
kidding? Because, wait a minute now. Hold on a minute.
I know. This is very different than before. But I'm not recommending this for everybody. This is my big caveat.
People always ask me what are your goals.
Caveat.
People always ask me what are your goals. You know what? I'm not a big long-term goal setter. I would feel criticism. What the hell are you talking about? Because I just said I'm going to set my alarm and start kicking ass in the morning till I can't go anymore and fall down.
Again, I still have ideas of where I'd like to be in 10 years and the goals I have for those.
I guess I always thought if I just kept kicking ass.
But what does kicking ass mean unless you have something to frame it against? See, that's the thing. I still believe you have to have something to frame it against. And I believe long-term goals are easier than short-term goals in the sense of if my long-term goal is to have 10,000 apartment units by the time I'm 50, I say that with a caveat of, but if I only have 3,000, but they're really well managed and really good, I need to be happy with that. So that's where the difference becomes. Because before, it's not about just quantity, it's about the quality. Same thing with the clothes. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. Which one do I really like and use? I looked at my outfit today and I laughed and go, if I had all those clothes, I still would have probably picked this outfit today. So did I really need all the other clothes I wasn't wearing? Same thing with the space in the house. I was going to build another house last year, which is going to be bigger than the current one.
I was shocked.
I stopped it.
I was shocked you didn't.
And I stopped it.
Yeah.
And I looked at it going, well, yeah, now I look at it going, but I'm not even using my entire house now.
That would have been fun though.
Oh, yeah, it'd have been great. But at the same point, I'm now remodeling my house to be more in line with my tastes. Mm-hmm. And, I look at these things thinking to myself, like, the big change I had is all of a sudden this revelation of, we want to be happy, right? I know me, and I have enough experience in business to know that I'm trying to push the envelope as much as possible. And I still have these long-term goals. One, quote unquote, be a billionaire, whatever that, not whatever that means. We know exactly what that means. But at the same token, the big thing is I got to realize that if I don't hit the billionaire, but I'm happy, that's what matters, right? And I'm doing the things I like, doing them well. So the same thing, 10,000 units. Do I want 10,000 units? Yeah, I'd like to have 10,000 units. But would I rather have 10,000 units that are running okay or 5,000 units that run really, really well? Like our real estate right now, we only, quote unquote, only have 600 some units, but they do very, very, very well. Not because the market's doing well, but because we manage them very well. That's what I'm more proud of. That's the whole thing about business and life that I talk about, because my viewpoint for 15 years ago, it was about quantity, 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 quantity.
Yeah.
10 years ago, it was about quantity, 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 quantity. Now it's more like, okay, maybe there's more to it than just quantity, 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 quantity.
Tell me again, our Facebook header is B to Y. Mm-hmm. And that's what really got me hooked into your mindset and trying to learn from you and thus making learn from us.
Yeah.
So tell me again your B to Y mindset.
So everybody always worries about A to Z. And it's kind of, it's more of a I said the B to Y thing as more of a, let me get people to think about that, because nobody ever says B to Y.
Yeah.
Because A is where everybody is. Z is where everybody wants to be. But I see so many people fail from A to C even. They don't even get to B. They don't get to C. I wrote yesterday on LinkedIn a quote from Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway. Never mistake motion for action. Right? Uh-huh. So I always heard people go, I'm starting my business. What are you doing? Oh, I'm getting the documents ready. I'm getting the registrations ready. I'm getting the website ready. Well, what about your business? Oh, yeah, that'll be next. They're stuck on A.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I believe in having all these individual goals going up to the end, especially for people who are new. But once you have a set habit formed, you still need to have the long-term goals, but your habit's already formed. Look at my losing weight. I have my long-term goal, and I have but now my habit's formed on how I eat. I have a habit now. I know that my daily number is 1950. I have my habits for working out. I have my habits for cardio. These are habits. Like, I don't even think about, I need to do this. I just go, okay, now it's time for me to go do this. So I'm looking at that saying, we're all trying to form habits, but we still need to keep track of the long-term goals. But at the same point, we can't have those long-term goals be set in stone where if I hit this, I'm happy. If I don't hit this, I'm not. It's got to be like, well, okay, but if I have, the analogy of the 10,000 units is the best, because you tell somebody, hey, I have 10,000 units. What are they going to think about you? Oh my God, you're doing so well.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, I know people with 3 times more real estate that don't do as well as ours. We probably make more money on 600 units than they make on 2,000. Which would you rather have? And that's where my mindset's shifted a lot. The clothes, the house, the everything of saying, somebody asked me like, oh, were you in Dominican looking for yourself? I'm like, no. I'm not going to go buy a house for myself just to sit there and do nothing. I'm doing it for the business, because we're trying to expand our luxury homes, villas model, right? And I thought to myself, like, that was a waste to me. I wouldn't be down there just buying for myself. I don't know if this makes sense or not, but I look at it from, you've been involved with me the last 3 or 4 years, and maybe you've noticed a little bit. I've got a lot of changes personally in that time, saying what really, Lisa's always like, why don't you just build a smaller, and I'm still not there yet. I'm like, I like the size of my house. It's a larger home, but it fits me well, but I just wish I used the basement more. That's the only thing in my house I sit there and go, I wish I used my basement more. That's it. Other than that, I really love that. I mean, other than that, I don't need anything more.
We got to schedule movie night then.
We do have to schedule movie night.
Just got the kids, watch Christmas. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, Christmas Story.
You see?
Yeah, I know.
My kids love it. We almost watch it like daily. It's on.
Well, it's on all day Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Christmas Story. Oh, I'm talking about Christmas Vacation. But either way, Christmas Story is incredible.
What was that, Don? Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm gonna really shift topics.
Okay.
I saw this astounding article about Santa.
Okay.
My kid is 9. He's full bore Santa.
Still.
Okay.
Okay.
He's even he'll come home with and alerts us of the naysayers at school.
Uh-huh.
And I've been adamant, like, he's like, yeah, Dad, these kids at school, you ready for this? They're saying Santa's not real. I'm like, these punk motherfuckers. I'm like, guess what, bro? If they don't believe, it ain't happened for them. Santa's not coming. Duh. I mean, how stupid can you be?
So what happens when your kid finally realizes there's no Santa?
I talked to
he's gonna be like, my dad's a liar.
I talked to a friend of ours, Ryan and Betsy, and their 12-year-old is now, is like, hey, Mom, listen, we got to talk. I've been hearing these things. And like, so when...
12?
No, I'm sorry. No, 10 or 11. I'm sorry. 10 or 11. And she said, we got to talk. Like, I've been hearing these things. Like, come on, is Santa real? Now, at that point, I don't know if I could blatantly lie. Right?
Yeah.
So they sort of fessed up.
What did they say?
Your partner Andrew has a great mindset of like, I would admit, he's got kids of my age, so I would admit the truth and say, listen, but he said he went straight to, listen, did you have fun over the past 10 years believing in him? Great, then let your sister enjoy this for the next couple because she's younger than you. But here's the key, Paul. I was almost in tears. I read this article. I couldn't believe it. It said a new approach to this Santa thing. You're not going to believe this, Paul. Changed my life. I can't believe it.
Can you out with it, or are you just going to keep talking about how amazing it was?
Some stupid Facebook article. You ready?
Yeah.
They said when the kid brings this up and it's time, take them out for coffee or breakfast.
Decaf for the kid.
And tell them that like you're growing up and there's changes. I now think what you've showed me that you're ready to be a Santa Claus. You know those Santas we see at the mall?
Uh-huh.
You know those good deeds you see people doing around this time?
Uh-huh.
That's Santa Claus. And you're ready to be one of these.
Uh-huh.
So let's go get a gift for someone who's really in need. Let's go deliver this gift. Let's be a Santa Claus and really help them. And I think it's time for you to join the Santa Claus crew and get on the team of happiness and gifting. And in essence, I'm not telling the kid Santa Claus doesn't exist. I'm welcoming him into the team of giving. In that Santa Claus is a guy that gives.
Uh-huh.
There's a mindset behind it. There's a tradition behind it. Even if it's giving the gift of joy to people, just seeing him. I mean, obviously Santa's badass.
Dad, is Santa real?
I'd like to go get breakfast with you and tell you. I thought it was a very touching way to.
Listen, it's a very touching way, but at the end of the day, it doesn't answer the question of what do you tell do you tell your kids, hey, kind of lied to you this entire time? How do you handle that? By the way, it's a great idea to say, listen, Santa doesn't exist, but it's an idea.
Yeah, it's an idea.
Okay, but you still have to say it doesn't exist. And then the worry I have is if the kid's smart, they're going to be like, Dad, you said this, but then you also said Santa existed all those years, and they really didn't. You literally said my friends aren't going to get Santa and they're going to get toys, and they all had toys the next day. How do you explain that one?
Well, hopefully they're not that smart.
When did you stop believing in Santa, Don?
He doesn't remember.
I'd say 8 or 9. I think I was like 7.
7? You had an older sister? Yeah, they ruined it for you. I don't remember. I just remember the very happy times.
I remember freshman year of high school, you saying, I hope Santa brings me a nice gift tomorrow or on Christmas break.
I said this.
No, I'm kidding.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, you know. I just thought that was very touching.
And listen, it's a very touching thing, but it doesn't answer the question of what do you say to your kid when they're like, Dad, you lied to me.
He's not going to say that.
Yeah, because he still thinks you're a god. What happens when he realizes you're not a god because you lied to him? The first crack.
I'll just tell him his Uncle Paul is a god.
How about I tell him? Gio, got some bad news for you, bro. Santa ain't real. And your dad's about the only person in the world with a beard that you should really look up to, and that's about it. Anybody else with a beard, you guys stay away from.
But Santa is real, Paul. Santa Claus is real. Get on the team.
The Santa Claus.
Get on the team, bro.
You know, I'm actually opposed to the Santa Claus stuff.
You are?
Yeah, because I look
You're
at it
a
going,
hater?
I'm not a hater. I just look at it saying, what's wrong with having it be family? Like, hey, we love you, and we want to show our appreciation for you. And and the other thing is, it's the naughty or nice list. Some kids like, damn, I got presents, and they don't know half the shit that I did. Like, they didn't know, like, I was like hanging the cat from their hind legs above the, and I dropped it. You know what I mean? I look at it going, let's just have it be one of those things where it's like, hey, we love you. Birthday gifts, no different than birthdays.
Yeah.
Right? Just be honest with them. I think to me, it does the whole, like, is this real? Actually, I might have been younger than 7 or 8. I might have been way younger.
We have to wrap because we have an exciting guest coming.
We do.
Yeah. But I would say, I don't know how this would ever happen, but I just did a portrait session with a 96-year-old World War II veteran.
Wow.
He's been married for 73 years. He flew 35 combat missions as a B-29 bomber gunner.
Oh, my Lord.
35 missions over Japan and the surrounding islands.
We need to have that guy in the podcast.
I don't know how.
Is he in a wheelchair and
He's
stuff?
in Columbus. I mean, he can walk. He's 96.
We'll send the limo king down there and pick him up.
I mean, come on. It'd be incredible.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
But I will not say thank you for your service, unfortunately.
Yeah. No?
No, but I'd be like, dude, that's legit. I'd be like, how many Nazis do you think you killed?
Well, considering there's Japanese folks, would you consider Japanese folks around that time Nazis?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he was only doing the Japanese side?
And that was the funny part is I think people think World War II and think Nazis, but like there was another war over there that was crazy ass shit. So, anywho.
Gunner and everything?
Gunner. There's another guy in the same retirement home that's 104.
What?
Who was on a boat to go kick ass on Japan that morning, heard that they surrendered. They basically turned around and started celebrating. But he was on a boat to go kick ass. It's fucking insane, man.
Isn't it incredible? Because when we were in high school, early high school, World War II vets were like 70.
I know, it's crazy. 96. Married to his wife for 73 years. I saw her. They're still in love. It's incredible. I have a video of it. I'll show it to you.
Well, not in love, but they love each other, I'm sure.
Yeah. What do you mean not in love? What are you talking about?
There's a difference between being in love and loving somebody. Being in love is euphoric, kind of thing. And then loving somebody is a long-term lasting thing. Although Mary would disagree with me on that one.
Wow, here he goes. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We got to get this guy on the podcast.
I'd love to.
Does he speak very well? Or
yeah. I mean, I don't know if a 2-hour trip would be, I don't know. It's tough.
He's probably grabbing asses and pinching asses at the nursing home behind his wife's back. I love it. Did he ever get shot down?
Yes, he did.
No.
And the 4 people in the front of the plane died, and he survived. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And he's just like this with all the details, and I'm like, I mean, his oldest son is like 57. I'm like, that's so like.
No, youngest son maybe.
His sons, his oldest is 57.
So he had kids when he was 40?
Maybe I'm wrong.
39?
Wait a minute.
That wasn't very consistent for back then.
Maybe the youngest then maybe. Either way, it's funny like that. Like he has grandkids that are 20 years older than me.
Well, you want to hear something funny? There's Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Thomas Jefferson has like grandkids or great grandkids that are alive today.
Oh no, I know that story.
What is it?
It's not Jefferson. It's someone
John
around
Adams.
Maybe. Yeah, I know that story. Yeah, you're right. It's really weird because it was like people had. Yeah, it's like
because he was like 70 and he had kids.
Yeah, it was crazy. Thomas Jefferson.
It's literally like his grandkids are alive today. They're like a billion years old, but they're alive today. You know, we gotta get this guy. He was actually shot down. The people in the front of the plane died.
Yeah, died.
So like now he's 96 years old, and when he goes to the afterlife and sees these guys, they're like, "Yo, what's up, dude?"
Maybe. It's crazy.
Man.
I'll try.
Can you imagine being like just shot down? I know.
He said this bomber was really cool because it was pressure sealed, so he didn't have to wear that mask that they wear in the old World War II movies. Like,
oh, so that was like new technology back then.
Yeah, it's pressure sealed, so like he could just like like gun down shit. I don't fuck. It's insane, bro. Like, yeah, I'm unhappy when my eggs come out cold at a luxury restaurant. This dude's being shot down over Japan. It's just crazy, man.
Wow.
I gotta try and get him on. I don't know how. I gotta talk to his kids.
Listen, we'll figure it out.
Travel down there.
Or travel down. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Or we just have him brought up here with like a Uber or something like that. I don't know.
Limo King. That'd be interesting. It'd be really nice. All right. Thanks for joining us. Learn from us.
Bye.